Yo, what's going on, everyone? All right, we're gonna talk about something very, very important here. All right, if you're if you're really into your Instagram, taking it serious, posting reels, then you are doing something good. This right here can really help your ads tremendously. Nowadays, everyone's just on Instagram, you know? Yes, we are going to be running ads, for example, on Facebook and Instagram, but one of the things I noticed that a lot of the leads are coming from Instagram. So we want to make sure that your Instagram is completely optimized. That way we can help with your conversions. So these I'm gonna be talking about changes that we can do now. Some changes that we can literally implement right now after this video, and then I'm gonna be talking about content and what type of content. I know some of you may already be putting content out there, which is great. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're really doing reels multiple times a week, then that's super great. You're already ahead of the game. But if you're someone who hasn't really posted much on Instagram, or haven't posted much in a while, then that's fine. I'm gonna give you some sort of a structure that you can follow. One of the things that I personally follow and other people follow that has been super beneficial, to putting just content out there, slowly growing your Instagram account, and getting results as well. And these are the stuff that I have implemented as well, and that has really helped me. And with Canine conversions, for example, we know that at this time of making this video, we don't really have a lot of followers compared to other pages, right? The account is not even like a year old. So but it's constantly putting content out there and having everything optimized that is helping us, one, with the ads, but secondly also helping us build credibility and build trust with our followers. And we got to a point when, yes, we don't have that many followers, but we have people hitting us up every single day wanting to get more information, wanting to work with us. So that's just the power in having on Instagram fully optimized. So one of the things I do want to mention first, or want to get started, is like the right logo size. So one of the things that we do recommend whenever it comes to having your Instagram account is having your logo. We've noticed that having your logo in your Instagram helps more than if you were to have, for example, an image of you, or just like a random image. So we want to make sure that the logo is nicely there. Then another one is your Instagram business, where your Instagram business or your business name, should be the name of your dog training business. Unless, with the exception of if you already have a personal branding and you already have a big following, then I wouldn't really recommend you changing this. But if you're someone who just, for example, just getting started under like 25, under, I want to say like under 15,000 followers, then I would just recommend just putting your business logo. This is something that we've noticed that really helps. And then another thing is a powerful bio. So when it comes to a powerful bio, I'm just going to show you some examples. All right, so I'm going to click on mine really quick on Canine conversion. So for example, we do see that in my case, it's a little different. I do have a picture of me and my dog, but that's because we're more like an advertising agency. But if you're you're watching this, you're a business, you have your dog training business, then I would just put your logo there. Okay, but you see, not that many followers, right? Not that many followers, but we have been getting some new clients, some sales off of just this following. And that's the power of having this optimized, that you don't really need to have a really big one if you're just starting off. So I don't want to I want to encourage you to take this a little bit serious. But when it comes to a bio, here's the thing, right? One of the things, for example, that we have is you want to put what you do. So for example, for me, it'll be helping dog trainers grow through paid ads, right? I've been featured in Fox, MSN, ABC, NBC. That's something that I put. And we've won awards from the 2 Combo Club. When it comes to ClickFunnels, the funnel that you're getting, that you have, the mini course, that one has given us the 2 Combo Club. So if you don't know what the 2 Combo Club is, and you're not familiar with ClickFunnels and the marketing, so it's like the Grammys when it comes to the marketing. That specific funnel has made over $1 million, which is the 2 Combo Club, and that's exactly what we're giving you with this. And then you have, for example, your call to action, which is learn how to get clients on demand for free, which is bam. This is where you put your link. So when it comes to you, for example, right, one of the things I do recommend is have your name, your business name, and then from your business name, have your logo, and then make sure that you say that you are a dog trainer. I would, also put the location. So, number one trainer in Virginia, or number one trainer in Florida, or in Miami, or number one dog trainer in San Diego, right? So you want to put your location. All right, and then if you have some sort of credibility, you may not have you may not have necessarily be featured in Fox or MSN or ABC or something like that, but you can just put something like 100 5-star reviews on Google or something like that, just to add that credibility. But then you just want to kind of categorize it like this, like make it clean and easy to read. And then you have your call to action, which is your link. So this is something that if you're just getting onboarded with Canine Conversions, then you don't have your link right now, but this is something that where you can add your mini course, right? This mini course is going to be your lead magnet, and this is where we're going to be getting leads for you. That's where, traffic, either paid or organic, is going to be there. So we want to make sure that you have it in all social medias, have it on your Instagram, you have a YouTube channel, you have a TikTok, just put it everywhere, because that is what's going to be getting you the leads. Okay. So then, let's see. Yeah, you want a business name, powerful bio, and then a CTA, which is, the call to action, which is right here, right? Let's look at another example. For example, Mike Barron. He's he's the one that, he has 158,000 followers. So that's more for someone who has big following. But you do see that, for example, look, what is he? He's a millionaire closer, right? He's been featured on Forbes, Inc. 500, World Star, 2 Comma Club, from Section 8 to 8 figures, how you can for free too. And then he has this call to action, right? So that's something that, you're seeing, like a pattern of how we have this, fully optimized. So here, let me show you some examples, some more examples here. For example, right here, we do see that I really like how he has, he doesn't really have his logo. He has a picture of him and his dog, but there is, some sort of, a picture of like a dog, because it shows what he's doing. It has his name here, and I really like how he has this right here. David Herpert, professional dog trainer, and then it shows that he is, a dog trainer. He shows, he says the relation-based dog trainer, online lessons available, and then he also has this call to actions right here. So he has his Instagram bio. This is what I call like a powerful bio. So if you're someone who doesn't really have anything, these are examples or ideas that you can get for yourself. Let's take a look at more. All right, our boy Jonas Black here. All right, he has 84,000 followers. He has he's verified. So if you're someone, for example, who's using your personal and have a big following, I would recommend getting verified. That really does help. America's Outlaw Dog Trainers. Right here, for example, he has his credibility, 1.7 million followers on TikTok, and he has his dog training company right here, and then he has a call to action, which is the Discord, right? Let's take a look at Megan here. I really like Megan's content. She has very powerful content, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the content right now, but we do see that, what do we have, right? The everyday trainer. She's more of a personal brand, so she does have a bigger following. She has the dog trainer right there. She has her threads. You see a resource for dog owners and inspiring trainers. And then, she has a strong bio, and then she has like her call to action right here, right? So we are seeing that, that a strong bio does, it's very good to have a strong bio. So let me just go back. And one of the things that we see between all of these, for example, right, is that we have these highlights here, right? These highlights, if you don't have any, you should start really implementing them, because that really does help when it comes to, really having a professional looking Instagram account, okay? So that's it, okay? And another thing that we see between all of us, for example, which, me, I'm the one with the lowest one, but, I'm following this whole structure, and I wanted to add someone who doesn't have a really big following yet. Just for those who doesn't have a following yet, you can, we can relate to each other. Hey, you don't need a big following to really get results if we're using paid ads. It does help to have this fully optimized. So that's why we're creating this training, or I'm creating this training for you. That way you can start implementing these changes right away. You can start implementing these today. Ours like wins, our mission, testimonials, and the press, which the press is, being featured in Fox, MSN, ABC, and NBC. We see Mike, the free course, entertainment, lifestyle, free gems, wins. We see the Harper testimonials, chickens, karma, woodworking, adding a little personal. We see Jonas Black, exclusive, welcome, the pack, Bird Wolf, Chipotle, we start seeing like this, right? And we see here virtual shadowing, leash tutorial, Q&A, house tour, so that's how I would do your optimization. Okay, this is something that you can start doing right now, and we're gonna see that it's just gonna look much better if you haven't really applied this, and if it's just blank, or if it just has very small stuff. So one of the things, one of the biggest tips that I can give you is follow people in your niche and see what they're doing, and not necessarily copy them exactly, but just make it your own twist. Get ideas and make it your own style. Everyone's different. So that's the biggest tip that I can recommend you, and especially when it comes to content, which I'm going to be discussing about the content. I'm going to go really deep into the content, because I feel like that's one of the biggest issues, that if someone who's not creating content right now struggling, it's like, what do I put out there, right? And I'll give you a structure, but yeah, so that's just how I have it. Another thing to notice here is the followers to following ratio. Is that we want to make sure that if we want to make it appealing, is that you want to have more followers than following. So if you have your dog training business and you're just following a bunch of random accounts, I do recommend to unfollow them, and you can just follow them in your personal one. That way we can have more followers. Just more followers than the following. It does look better with the ratio, and it's just a psychological thing that it does help add that credibility. Why? I have no idea, to be honest. It's more like a psychological thing, but it does make a difference. So all these little steps that I'm talking about right now do make a difference when it comes to your ads. And I know there's much Instagrams out there that are more fully optimized. I just wanted to give you some few examples. Again, you can go and do the research yourself and just follow people or see the profile and just kind of make it your own. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the content. The content is very important on what you do. It's very important to put content out there, especially on Instagram, because one of the things that we've noticed is that before someone opts in, they like to see who you are. They like to see what you're all about. So if you're someone, for example, who's starting new and you don't really have much Google reviews, you don't really have much Yelp reviews, for example, and you're just starting, then your Instagram or your social media is going to be the platform that would give you that credibility. And just a perfect example, right? Canine Conversions, they're a fairly new company. For those who know my story, that I've been running ads for over 7 years. I had my other agency before this, but I transitioned to dog trainer. So this specific company is fairly new. So that's why we don't have that many following. So that's what we don't really have. You see on Google, we do have content, YouTube videos, podcasts, and all these stuff. But when it comes to reviews on Google, we don't really have that much. So one of the things that the reason why we're able to get clients is because we're constantly posting on social media, and really helps us. And after talking to a few people, they said we were skeptical at first because you didn't really have that many much stuff online, but we saw that you were so active on social media that we felt okay, cool, you are real. You're just you're always just posting. So that will help you with that as well, that people go to your Instagram to see who you are all about when they see your ad, just because they never seen you before and they want to see who you are. So it also adds that credibility. There's a lot of dog trainers in your area, and a lot of them, one of the things I noticed, are not really into that social media game. So, and that's because they don't really know the importance of it, or they're not really running ads. They're just really relying on word of mouth. But when it comes to running ads, it just helps. Okay, it just helps when it comes to having all of this stuff. So one of the things that that like one of the biggest struggles is like, what do you put out there, right? And then there's this thing called the JK5, which I'm going to go in depth. But the JK5 method is a social media content strategy that helps business owners and influencers create well-rounded and engaging content that builds relationship with their audience. Is someone who I believe, what's her name? Jenna Kutcher, I think. Yeah, she was the one that was, or is, I don't remember, but was the one that helping, manage the social media content for Tony Robbins. And she, came up with this JK5 method. And the idea of the JK5 method is to focus on 5 key categories or topics that represents your brand and your values, to ensure that your content is diverse, relatable, and consistent. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a breakdown, and you might be saying, okay, maybe I don't have 5 different, categories or key categories. That's fine. You can do JK3, for example, which, just pick 3 for now, but then eventually you would want to move up. But this right here gives you some sort of a structure, right? So here's a structure that you can use yourself if you'd like. This is, for dog trainers, is something that we can just brainstorm. But you want to choose 5 topics here. 5 topics for, a dog trainer might choose to showcase both their business and their personal side, just because, yes, we are running on your business, but we want to add that personal touch as well, and we do see that really does help when it comes to, building that, that not that credibility, but building that kind of trust, and showing your face, and just showing just your personal side. People like to see your personal side, but we do want to have some sort of structure and core topic. So this is what I'm going to be going over. Again, this is something where you can follow yourself. If you're already putting content out there, that's fine. You can continue putting content. If you have a big following, that's fine. If you want to add some more of this stuff, then you can totally do it. So one of the things that you can do, for example, is 5 topics is dog training tips and techniques. This is more like business related. Share practical advice for training dogs, tips for obedience, behavior, behavior correction, leash training, etc. And that's something that you can do. So for example, again, this is something where you can follow other people who are doing this, and you can create something similar to that, just having your own style. You don't want to necessarily rip off their video, download it, upload it yours, because that doesn't really make sense, because they're not the dog trainer for your business. You're the dog trainer for your business. So you want to have yourself in there. So yes, you can get the ideas of people and then just kind of make the video your own. So that's dog training technique. Another one is client success and stories, which is business related. Highlight testimonials before and after transformation of the dogs you train, or share stories of happy clients. This right here, people love seeing these client success stories. They really do help whenever it comes to your to your ads. And then, for example, another thing that you could put is like your dog or your pet, which this is personal. It showcases your personal connection to animals by posting about your own dog, their training, and your experiences with them. Another one, for example, that you can do is behind the scenes of your business. This is kind of business related. Give a peek into your day-to-day work as a dog trainer. This could include video clips of training sessions, inside of how to prepare your client meetings, or what it's like to run a business. And then another one could be like, for example, lifestyles and hobbies, personal, which this is kind of like personal, and then share something personal outside of dog training, like hiking with your dog, other hobbies, family life, or activities you enjoy in your time. So and again, this is just a framework that we build. You can follow it if you want. You can change some things around, as long as we have some business related stuff and some personal related stuff. We just want to make sure we have 2. We don't want to make sure that we don't want to have everything all business related or everything all personal related. We want to have a balance between that. So for example, I'm going to go to mine just to show you that this is something that I do follow, right? So I do have these pins, but we do see that, for example, one of the things that I like to follow is so let's see, we have my JK5 is just putting content out there, stuff about Facebook ads, And it just spitting bars out there. This is kind of more like a talking head video where you just kind of give content out there when it comes to marketing, running ads, what you should do, the mistakes that you should avoid, or stuff that you should avoid, things of how to improve, anything related to like the advertising or the marketing kind of the space. So that's a business related concept for me, or core concept, right? And then we have the client testimonials. Client testimonials, you click on here, and then you click on here, and then you see that this is just me kind of talking to someone, or a client gave me a testimonial. So we see that that's that, all right? Then we have, for example, personal, right? Personal images. For me personally, I like to travel, and so for example, that's just like, for example, you see one of me traveling here, where I went to the it was in I believe in Orlando, like Orlando, with like all the rockets and like the NASA headquarters, I believe. And then this is when I went to Mexico to run my marathon. This is when I went to Colombia. Here's when I went to like Mexico. This is where another one where I went to Mexico again. This one I went to Peru. So that's my personal touch. It's just me showing off or posting about me traveling. You see that all of these right here are talking heads, or just giving content out there, content. So those are like I have two right there. Another one is that my kind of like more motivation behind the scenes, but and I have these reels like this where I just kind of just make these videos myself, where I would just kind of I started video editing, and I was playing around with this, but you see like they're just kind of like these videos. So that's another part of me where I kind of show behind the scenes motivation, like discipline, and all it takes about success and stuff. So that's the third one. Fourth one of mine is like, for example, here where I just share kind of like my dog, share my dog Thor, and I just literally just put these Twitter style and anything that has to do with, like, for example, me talking about like just little bars, we call them, like little bars of when it comes to like anything about business related, but at the same time I do add my personal touch, which is my dog. We have here my dog, we have my dog here, so you see that those are my my JK5, where it's like the videos when it comes to like that personal behind the scenes, exactly what like my day-to-day looks, the talking head, spitting bars, the client success, traveling, and then showing off my dog, but at the same time trying to give some sort of value, using like these Twitter style posts. So these are my JK5. We go, for example, to Mike. I know he follows the JK5 as well, where his is a little bit more crazy. He's like a wildcat, but he posts his family. He posts him going to a Louis Vuitton. He posts his lifestyle. He posts his images. Some to him in podcasts. So he does also follow the JK5. But you can go in here, and then you can see exactly what other people are doing. He likes to put Jonas Bike. He likes to put these content. He shares his TikToks. He's put he's spitting out bars. He's adding like these like quotes, or so he's definitely adding all the he has different type of content. He's not all about just like, for example, just dog training. He has a little bit of everything, and we see, for example, Megan here, where she does comes to like when it comes to like the traveling, when it comes to she shares the like dog training stuff, actually working with the dogs, and then just spitting bars again. So it's really just kind of you want to make it your own style, but this is something that gives you more of an idea of what you can do. You don't necessarily need to do 5, but you can have a basic of like at least 3 of them. That way it already kind of gives you an idea of what to post. It gives you structure, and this is something that you can just do every day. You can just do one a day. All right, so rotate content between the 5 topics. To keep your content balanced, you can rotate posts from these categories. For example, day one, post a dog training tip and teaching dogs to sit on command. Day two, share a success story of a client whose dog you help overcome aggressive behavior. Day three, post a picture of you and your dog learning a new trick or having fun during playtime. Day four, show a behind the scenes videos of you preparing for a training session or working with a difficult dog. Day five, share a fun post about hiking with your dog or other personal hobby you enjoy. So again, structure, it gives you a day structure, okay? Three, it just creates a balance between personal and business content. So the mix allows you to balance business related posts, training tips, client success stories with more personal content of your dog's hobbies and lifestyles. And ensures that you're showing your professional expertise and your personal connection to in the world of dog training. So again, this is the reason why we like to follow the JK5. It's like Canine Conversions. We see that Canine Conversions is not all about personal or not about just necessarily business stuff. Like I like to have a combination of both. So yeah, it allows you to connect with your audience. Each of these categories offers an opportunity to connect with your audience. The training tips, client success stories, personal posts about your dog, behind the scenes, lifestyle. It gives, when it comes to like the lifestyle or personal, it just helps humanize you, and adds that personal connection, and then, one of the things that you want that's super important is consistency. Consistency is key. You want to be posting across these 5 categories. Your audience will get to know you as a well-rounded professional who offer value, shares success, and also has a personal side that they can relate to. These leads are these leads to better engagement, stronger relationship, and more trust in your abilities as a dog trainer. So that's something that can 100% help you with everything. And just to give you an example, right? I had someone who just joined the Canine Conversions, and one of the reasons why they joined is like, bro, you work so hard. Like, you're up at 4 a.m, you're up at 4:30, you're grinding. I want someone like that to be managing my ads. I want a leader like that to be to be helping me in my dog training business. So I'm adding that personal side of it, and all that is super important. So just add super personal touch to it, and also when it comes to the videos, I do recommend reels. Even if you want to post like a picture, you can just add it like as a reel. It kind of helps with the algorithm, but reels is the way to go. So I know this was a lot. I know that there's a lot of moving parts to this, but we could just take it one step at a time. This is super important, that if you can't really do 5, that's completely fine, no problem at all. But you can at least do 3 of them, and it kind of helps you from putting content out there of the same thing, of like, for example, dog training, and at the videos, at the captions, all of that stuff. It does take a lot of time, so you can just add more like a personal stuff, and they could just be videos that really don't need to be edited. But yeah, that right here is my recommendation, and the recommendation of other people, and what other people are doing to really grow their Instagram account and do all that. So one of the things I wanted to mention is that I use CapCut when it comes to the options. Yes, I do pay for CapCut, but there's a free version. But this one, it just allows you to it helps you create the captions very easily. The AI of it, it's pretty it hasn't gotten much better throughout the years, and it's something that saves me a lot of time when it comes to adding the captions or paying someone to do it. So those are the my tips, and try to give you structure to help you with when it comes to posting. Again, if it seems overwhelming, let's just take it step by step. We don't want to necessarily do all 5 of them, the JK5. We can maybe just do 2 or 3, but with this, it gives you an idea, and it gives you structure on what to put. So you can follow these core topics. You can have your own. You can change things around. Again, this is just something that if you already have a following, then great. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're growing following. But if you want to add more content, then maybe this can give you an idea. But if you're someone who doesn't really have much content and haven't really put that much effort on Instagram, just because you don't really have to, then right here's a perfect structure for you, where you can start doing that and just posting. All it takes is just like one post a day. 1 post a day, that's fine. Mike is doing like 4 or 5 posts a day. Other people are doing like 3. Me, typically, I try to do anywhere from 2. On a good day, I would do like 3. Typically on average, I do 2. On a really busy day, that I just try to do 1. So if you miss a day, it's not the end of the world. That's fine. You can miss a day. You know, I know we're all busy with other stuff, but this is something that you can definitely do. And another important thing is that if you're someone who still, you know, like are waiting on the onboarding and, you know, has gone through the training videos, then this is the perfect time right now before the ads go live and you start getting leads to just post a bunch of stuff. So if you're someone who, for example, only has like 2 images or 2 videos or very, very small and haven't really posted in a day, you know, just go out there and just post as many as you can for like 2 weeks, and then you can go back into just posting once. That way, when someone visits your Instagram, it shows that you have something there. You know, you have multiple images, multiple reels in your Instagram account. It doesn't look naked. You know, it's like going into a store and you go inside the store and the shelves are empty, right? It looks a little. It will get people to turn around and just leave the store, right? But if you go in there and you have like a full inventory and everything is clean, then, you know, people are more likely to stay. So that's just kind of like the analogy I like to give when it comes to running this. And also, you know, make sure it's connected to your Facebook page, which is something that we do with the onboarding, just because, you know, anything that you post on Instagram can be posted on your page as well. That way you don't have to do double the work. It could just automatically be added there. So I hope this helps when it comes to, you know, content, your bio, exactly what to put, what kind of videos to make. Instagram right now is super, super important, and we've noticed that it does help tremendously with the lead flow, just because people do like to visit. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, like always, just feel free to reach out and we can help you with anything. But for now, just make sure you follow, you know, some of these. Find your topic. If you want to follow this, that's fine, but find your own topic, and that way you can start making and posting the videos for your Instagram.